Pirates of the Caribbean will never be the same without JD, and Disney knows how much backlash they will take if and when they make a new movie or try to reboot the franchise. They planned an all-female movie that is dead in the water, and we don't know much about Pirates 6, but Jerry Bruckheimer has come out in a new interview and said that he would love to work with Johnny again on the next film. I have a bunch of things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So it says, as the tides of public opinion continue to turn back in favor of Johnny following his legal victory against Amber, Pirates of the Caribbean franchise producer Jerry Bruckheimer has once again publicly confirmed his interest in having the Captain Jack Sparrow actor reprise his iconic role. And this does not bode well for Disney when you have tons of people who have worked on your movies in the past coming out and straight up saying, this actor deserves another chance and he should be back in this franchise. There are going to be many other fans of those individuals who are going to agree with them. There have been several people associated with this franchise who have come out and defended Johnny and said that they want to have him back, like Jerry, of course, and also Mr. Gibbs actor. He has come out several times and talked about this situation. So he revealed his updated opinion on Depp's possible return to the high seas during a recent interview given to Deadline for the outlet's Behind the Lens web series. Directly asked by the host, would you bring Depp back into Pirates, you've intimated that they're talking about that possibility. The storied producer likewise bluntly confirmed, yeah, I think Johnny is another friend and an amazing artist, and again referring to their discussion earlier in the show regarding Will Smith's now infamous slap. You go through things in life that you wish you hadn't, but he's still a talented artist. Now, I obviously completely agree. There is no Pirates without Johnny. I personally have no interest in this franchise without him. And I think they should totally bring him back. But is that going to happen? I don't think it's likely at this point, not just because of Disney, but also because of Johnny. I bet he doesn't want to work with them anymore. He has said that before. Of course, people do change their opinions as time goes on, but I know I will not be watching another Pirates film without him in it. Notably, this is not the first time the producer has voiced interest in working with Depp on the currently dormant franchise, and they have been trying to find a way to revive this franchise for years at this point. Of course, they've talked about the all-female Pirates film that was supposed to star Margot Robbie, and they're not doing that anymore. They just decided to scrap it. They've said that maybe in the future they'd do an all-female Pirates movie, but Margot is no longer attached to it. It seems like that project is dead in the water, and we have no idea what they are going to do about Pirate 6. I think that they were hoping that the all-female reboot was going to kind of fill the void for a couple of years, and people would be happy with that, but it looks like they are desperately trying to find a way to make money from Pirates, and they really can't, because no matter what they talk about, no matter what they announce, there is massive backlash because, of course, Johnny is not part of any of these projects. And a lot of people are upset with the way that Disney has, of course, treated him. They fired him after the accusations came out before he had his time in court, and they decided to kick him to the curb. And now people are, questioning, do they want him back? When you have people like Jerry Bruckheimer coming out and openly saying, I'd love to work with him again, it doesn't bode well for this company. It says, pressed by The Hollywood Reporter in December 2022 as to whether or not Depp's aforementioned winning ruling in his defamation case against Heard had caused Disney to reverse course on the actor's involvement with the series, he asserted, you'd have to ask them. I can't answer that question. I really don't know, but I would love to have him in the movie. I personally don't think that this is going to happen, not just because of Disney. I do think that they are stuck in their ways, but I also think that Johnny is just kind of over them at this point. Of course, during the trial, he had said, you know, if Disney came to me with $300 million, I wouldn't return. It just seems like he is done with them, which is good and bad, because it's good that he is sticking up for himself and he's not going to be pushed down by them again. But it is also sad because as a consumer, I want to see him back as this iconic character. But Jerry is not the first person involved with this franchise to come out and say that they wish they could work with Johnny again, because I've talked about this before. But Mr. Gibbs actor has several times talked about how Johnny should return. This was back in January of 2021. Johnny Depp should be in the upcoming Pirates films, says the franchise co-star Kevin McNally. And back in the end of 2021, in November, of course, the co-star said that he sees no reason why Depp shouldn't return as Captain Jack Sparrow. It says Kevin McNally, who plays Gibbs in the franchise, recently declared that he sees no impediment for Johnny to return to the franchise as Captain Jack. It was revealed back in 2018 following an op-ed in the Washington Post, that Depp would no longer play the part in the franchise, and when asked if Pirates could survive without Depp, he told the Hollywood Reporter, "We want to bring in new energy and vitality. I love the Pirates movies, but part of the reason Paul and Rhett are so interesting is that we want to give it a kick in the pants, and that's what I've tasked them with." It says, though, nevertheless, reports have persisted that Disney wants to continue the franchise without Depp, and of course they have, announced a couple of projects at this point that have led nowhere. They do want to continue this franchise, but I feel like they know at this point, yikes, the backlash is going to be massive for us if we don't have him return, and, I'm sure we are going to get another Pirates film without Depp, but maybe after that they will reevaluate and say, you know what, we really need to try to get him back because there's just no way that these films are going to work without him. Disney put themselves in an extremely bad position for firing Johnny without, giving him his time in court and just believing all of the rumors and the news that were circulating on social media, because now no matter what move they make, they are going to be harshly scrutinized. But it does look like the producer once again has voiced his interest in having Johnny return to the franchise, and I'm sure that this is going to trend on social media, that fans are going to be rooting him on, saying this would be awesome, but I just don't see a possibility of this happening anytime soon. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.